Friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel, and if it is your first time, karibu. Here I do reviews, very honest ones. I cook, I do time and money saving videos, and I motivate you to stay active because it is not always about the body. Today's video we are reviewing my fridge because you have requested its review. Before we start the review, I want you to note that this is from a user point of view. So in case you differ in any way with the information that I am going to give, then that should be indicated in the comment section as what you think I should know. This is not an influence kind of video. This is not a promo, and even if it was a promo, I would be honest enough to tell you what I like and I don't like about this item. I also want to thank the new crew. Thank you so much for believing in me. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for supporting my content, and I hope you are benefiting from all this craziness, because that is the importance of doing all this, to just inform you about a few things in a world of influenced human beings. All right. Liters capacity fridge, and it has a digital inverter on the compressor. It's manufactured by Samsung. There's a lot of reflection, and I am avoiding to show you things that you shouldn't be seeing. For sure, I don't want to lie why I am doing all this. It has a top mount freezer, like you can see. This is a top mount freezer, and the sides, like you can see. And the good thing about this freezer part is the fact that you can turn this into a fridge. So it does not have to be a freezer all along. If you have nothing to freeze, like you can see, my freezer has only 3 things: fruit, fish, and more fruit, and 1 tin of black beans, which I was supposed to cook, but I happened to have a surprise traveling. It has a twin cooling plus. You see that? A twin cooling plus means that one compressor controls the freezer while the other compressor controls the fridge, and you can like reset these the way you want to suit your purpose. It has a inbuilt cool rack. I think it's a decent space. So if you are to organize and keep everything in containers, to organize everything, this is a very big space. Of course, good amount of space, considering, again, if you get a very huge fridge freezer situation, you are likely to get things that are expired or lost in between where you can't see them. Recessed handle in between the 2 doors, your fridge and your freezer. There is this slot in here. You hold it up like this when you want to open and close. Talking about opening and closing of this fridge, another cool thing I love is the fact that if you forget to lock it like vizuri, it will lock itself. That is the twin cooling plus effect. Still for fridge compartment, we have the chicken and the fish space here, which I use to store my spread, cheese, and all manner of things. This is a very big space. Ukivuta like this, you store your stuff that you want to store, your fresh chicken, your fish, and your meat over there. If you keep the fresh chicken and the fresh fish and such, then utapata kuna controlled situation, and if anything leaks, okay, inakuwa contained here. The fridge has for sure a very big fresh produce or a vegetable box compared to the one that I had, which is LG Fresh Master. That one didn't have a big one, but again, the disadvantage of the big box comes with this space in here, because unlike other fridges that you have some rack over here where you can put like your sodas and all that, this one does not have the bottom one, because of course you will need to accommodate the big box here, and it is super huge. This thing is super huge. Let me just show you the size. Like I told you, I was somewhere and just came in. So this is what is in the big box at the moment. And you can see niko na all manner of vegetables in here. It is way deep na bado haijaja. See this, bado it's not full. I can actually squeeze some other vegetables here. This is a very boring fridge, by the way. On top of the big box kuna this glass cover, and most probably the best thing ya kustore here is anything light, anything that is not going to put pressure on your big box, because if you put pressure on your big box, itakuwa hard to open and close it. So if you're going to store anything here like I have done, you see a lot of kale na terere, make sure that you store lighter stuff. Inside the fridge kuna LED light. Like you can see, you open it and there's light. The LED light is very powerful. Adjustable rack. You can always pandisha the rack. Voltage unaona, rated current unaona, ice maker unaona, like dimensions of everything, right? The lamp, it saves a lot of power because the inverters on the compressor run slowly and don't stop, unlike the conventional fridges where they start and then at some point they stop. It makes very minimal noise actually when it starts to say when the lights are off and then they come back. That is when you will hear some just minimal, very minimal noise, and then that will be it. So it is like silent most of the time, no frost for sure, and the space is decent. So I think it is worth the amount for an average fridge, average person who is just keeping what they need. You know, it can keep good produce for like weekly or 2 weeks of produce in most cases, if you want to maybe cook and keep or keep and freeze. This fridge comes with inbuilt fiber deodorizing filter, which is a carbon filter that eliminates the bad odor. One thing you'll notice with this fridge as I compare it with my former fridge, LG Fresh Master, is the fact that when lights go off and then the inverter is in process, of course because of the compressor inverter business, everything will stay intact for like 48 hours. The good part is that you won't get any odor, assuming there's food which has a very strong odor like fish, you won't get it. So the carbon filter deals with that, and you're able to get your fridge situation very fresh. I already told you about the space hapa chini because of the big box. So we have this section that usually has my bottle of something and decanter with something. We have this multi storage basket. Usually I put like the small 2 bottle. Here I put more fruits, and here I have, you shouldn't keep your eggs, by the way, the chicken's eggs near the door, okay? So hizo vitu mnapanga hapa hivi, if you target your eggs to stay fresh, maybe you are taking them raw or you want them to stay for long, then this is not the right place. I am having chilies over here and some citrus fruits. That is because the temperatures kwa mlango ya fridge, they are usually very low and they vary because of the opening and the closing and the gap. When you close the fridge, it affects it. So just get a container like mine. There are so many nice containers in the market. All these you detach and clean. So when you're doing just the wiping part of the fridge, una wipe bila problem. If you want to remove everything and clean, you really detach everything from the fridge. Unatoa kila kitu and then clean it and return it to their original position. That is the video. I hope you learn a thing or two. If you're thinking about getting this fridge, then I don't think it is a bad idea. I think it is worth every cent. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Rachel. In case you forgot, remember, I'll see you in my next one, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, 1 p.m. Nairobi time. Go ahead.